Good afternoon, everybody. It is Fan Man Steve here once again, and I do believe that today is the 17th. Hope everybody's having a good day. These are two 37-33 Lasko box fans. The one on the left is the blue Franken Lasko fan that I restored earlier this year. And the one on the right is the one that I just recently did a clean and service video on. Both of these fans are going to do a comparison test, just as I did with the Wizard box fans. Both are 37-33s, but different as in age and structure. But we are going to test the true quality of the potential of these two box fans. This is the 1995 to 1996 Lasko 37-33 here. And as you all well know, it does have a 2015 Lasko blade set and motor on it. The original motor and blade set to this fan is long gone. It has as everybody calls, the tuna can PSC motor, and I painted it a metallic. That's a metallic blue that I painted it with, and I do believe that is a shaded pole motor, and it's powered by the capacitor. You see a big difference with this particular fan, with the bigger body that the fan is in, as well as the guards. And what you see here on the 2017 37-33 is that it has the slats going down the guards. And what reason or purpose that was behind that design, I have no idea. We started seeing this with the later Lasko box fans, when these were starting to evolve into these. How they did this with the back guards on the 37-33s. They were still, good high performers. And they also still had the full size motor. And they were, in my opinion, some of the best box fans of that particular era, even though the Lakewood Incorporation was still in business, and they were still making box fans. This one, however, has the same motor as this one. I do believe that these are the same. So I don't think that we're going to be seeing a difference between the speeds, not unless they may have different lower rated capacitors. Cabinets to these were thicker and they were sturdier, and they did better air circulation, and they were also better being used in windows and so forth and so on. This has the hole for the mounting of the stand. I never saw too many of these fans that were on the rollabout stands. I may have seen a few, but they were probably a different brand. But I guess that was just the way these fans were designed, if they were being put on stands or anything like that. This, however, this does not have the hole on the stand. I think they stopped this design, I think somewhere after the early to mid 2000s. It was the earlier 2000s or the late 90s Lasko box fans that still had the hole in the stand. These are not by all means bad fans. I usually don't collect. I do not collect the modern fans like this. This is more of a modern. I wouldn't consider it vintage, but more of a modern, older era fan, since it is from the 90s. I wouldn't consider anything going as far back, from the late 80s vintage, modern. They would be more vintage. So I guess I'll be doing the same thing that I did before. I'm just going to start both of the fans up, and we will do an indication of the air volume and the spin down, of course. So I'll go ahead and I'll get these fans plugged in, and I guess we'll start them up. Okay, so now I have the 3733 box fans plugged in, and now we will give a test and demonstration. We will start off with the 95 3733. Here we go. Okay. Putting out a decent amount of air. It's very quiet. Okay, now we'll drop it down to the medium. Okay, putting out a gentle breeze. Okay, now low. Okay, turn it back to high. Turn it off and we'll get a spin down. I don't know what more you can expect from a spin down from a plastic bladed fan, but okay. Not bad. Now we will turn to the 2017 3733. Let's go ahead and start it up. Okay. It's throwing out some good air there. Notice that it's doing a lot better since I cleaned it. You would notice, maybe if you could tell it over the phone, but you would notice of how the fan is not as loud. Well, not loud, but this one has more of a... It's not as It's quiet, but it's not as quiet. It's different. Okay, now we'll drop it down below. Okay. Back to high. Turn it off. Okay. Now I am going to start both fans up at the same time, and we will do in the process as I did with the Wizards. We will start them up both at the same time by speed, and then we will watch them coast down. Okay, so I will repeat the same thing that I did with the two Wizard box fans. I have both of them powered into the power strip, and I will power them both on high. I will start them up at the same time on all three speeds, and we will see a coast down. Here we go. Okay, so the blue one came to a stop here at last. Okay, now we'll start them up on the medium speed. Okay. Now the oil. Feels like the air volume from this one is even better. Actually, I think they're both about the same, but I think it's this one, with this one being a thicker cabinet. Okay, so this one came to a stop first. This one took longer to spin down. But then again, this I had just recently serviced, so also not to mention that this hasn't been ran too often, so maybe it's still taking its time to work its way in with oil. Okay.